More than a century ago, Ronalda House was the home of R.J. Reynolds, the founder of R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company. Now this 34,000 square foot house is one of the Triad's top attractions for its exterior gardens and its more than 6,000 historic objects inside, including treasures of American art. One of the exhibits right now is called Chrome Dreams and Infinite Reflections, an amazing collection of 41 photorealistic artworks. These are not photographs.
Photorealism is the work of artists who base paintings and prints on photographs. Most often they take the photographs themselves and then base the painting or the print on it. They are astonishingly illusionistic. You will think that you are looking at a photograph. We thought about calling the exhibition, "This is not a photograph." And they're just wonderfully varied in content and the things that they're interested in. Cars, still life, landscape, shiny storefront windows. You'll see a bit of everything.
Photorealism became an infatuation of a group of artists beginning in the 1960s.
This group of artists originated this style and this movement, and it became very popular, especially in the 1970s. A lot of artists were doing work in this style, and some artists continue to work in this style.
One of those artists is now in his 90s and still creating. Richard Estes is the artist. This is just one of the pieces he has in this display. And big news, Ronalda has just permanently acquired the painting.
It's called Hubcap. You can see an image of it over my shoulder. The actual painting in the exhibition is much smaller, but it's a wonderful painting looking down into the reflective surface of a Volkswagen Beetle, and reflected in that surface you see coastal Maine, and it's very recognizable as a Maine landscape. And that's a place where Estes spends much of his year, and so it's a beloved place to him. And so now that painting will be in Ronalda's collection for the rest of time.
Some of the credit for this exhibit goes to a local collector of Estes works. Bruce McLean has several pieces on display, including this print called D-Train.
D-Train has 212 colors. It has 100 layers of ink to make this print. They had to put 3 pieces of paper together to have enough weight to hold the weight of the ink. It's pretty amazing what's required, and then months to do just the printing process. This is a very large print. Most prints are not this size, so they had to make a special press, and it was made in Sweden, shipped to Germany just to make this print.
There are no particular rules to the subject matter of photorealism or even the manner in which artists go about their processes, but absolute precision is a common thread.
It's a real demonstration of their skill, of how they had mastered this attention to detail, recession into space. There's a lot of experiment with transparency and light and color, how your eye moves around the canvas. You know, if you think about it, pop art was a reaction to abstraction, and this is just an outgrowth of pop art. So we like to say that we want people who come to Ronalda to learn, imagine, and find meaning. And I think that with this exhibition, we will be encouraging people to find meaning. There's a lot of nostalgia associated with looking at these paintings from the 1970s. You know, some of the clothing and some of the car designs will remind me of my childhood.
Chrome Dreams and Infinite Reflections is on display at the Ronalda House Museum of American Art until December 31st. For tickets and more information, give the museum a call at 336-758-5150 or go online to ronalda.org.